Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me now is politics reporter Sara Dorn. Sara, appreciate you coming on.
Hi, Brittany. Thank you as always for having me.
As we know, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley has officially launched a presidential bid. What do we know so far?
Haley was widely expected to announce her run at an event with supporters in Charleston tomorrow, and she released an announcement video today confirming her plans. And she is the first challenger to Trump for the GOP nomination.
She previously said that she wasn't going to challenge Trump, so why the change of heart here?
We don't really know the answer to that, why she has changed her mind. She said as recently as 2021, she would not run against Trump if he did seek another term. The two sort of have a shifting relationship. She backed Marco Rubio when he ran against Trump in 2016. But following the Capitol riots, Haley has been very critical of Trump's role, but she also later imposed his impeachment. So again, it's really unclear why she changed her mind, but there have been signs of her presidential aspirations, dating back to the time that she left the White House in 2018. She launched a 501c3 to promote her own policies on a broad range of issues. And then this is when the talk of her running for president really amplified in 2021 when she launched a PAC under that same name. So Trump, has not hit Haley hard and has sort of instead been focusing his attacks on DeSantis. And he did make a statement today, as did his MAGA Inc. PAC. So I can talk about that as well. But it doesn't seem that the two are really going after each other at this stage.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Does he have a nickname for her? What's his response been?
He does not have a nickname for her. And, some politicos have sort of said that could be an indicator that he doesn't view her as, a primary challenger. But he has said, on February 1st, the news came out that she was hosting this event in Charleston where she was expected to make a special announcement, as the invitation said, and a lot of people, speculated that was going to be her announcement for president. So following that news on February 1st, Trump did have some campaign events in the following days where he referred to Haley as overly ambitious. His PAC released a statement today calling her just another politician, which again, I feel like speaks to the idea that he does not see her as, real competition. But he today also commented to multiple outlets telling them that, she should follow her heart, but also noting that she once said he was the best president of her lifetime. And he's said that he spoke to her directly and told her that, if that's what she wanted to do, then she should absolutely run. And he welcomed the competition.
It's almost like if you don't get a nickname from Donald Trump, he doesn't view you as a serious contender. But what's her background? Can you walk us through from when she was the South Carolina governor to now?
So Haley was the first woman and person of color elected to be South Carolina's governor in 2010. She was 38 at the time and the youngest governor in the country. After leaving the governor's office at the end of 2017, Trump appointed her as ambassador to the United Nations. She served in that position for a year. And as I mentioned earlier, after leaving the Trump administration, she formed a new policy group called Stand Up for America that promoted her policy stances across a broad range of issues. And she later founded a PAC in 2021 under that name. A typical prerequisite to running for president. She also authored a book, and she served on the board of directors at Boeing as well, which, garnered a bit of criticism, but that's seems to be well in the past at this point, though I'm sure if she continues to run and becomes a credible challenger to Trump, it will come up again.
She really skyrocketed to political fame when she served on the Trump administration. But what type of Republican is she? Is she more of a MAGA Republican, a moderate, somewhere in between?
I certainly wouldn't describe her as a MAGA Republican. During the 2016 presidential campaign, she backed Marco Rubio, and she was affiliated with the Never Trumpers at one point. In terms of policy, it's really hard to pin her down as a conservative or a moderate. She's been referred to as both. Obviously, her alignment with Trump suggests she has conservative leanings, and she was very critical, especially on in terms of her worldviews and foreign policy. She was very critical of the governments of Russia, Iran, and Syria. She was a staunch defender of the U.S.'s support of Israel, and as governor, she signed legislation opposing the Palestinian-led boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. And she also advocated for moving the U.S. embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. So again, in terms of foreign policy and worldview, I would say she's more considered on the conservative side. However, as governor, she opposed legislation that would require transgender individuals to use restrooms affiliated with the gender that they were assigned at birth. She signed a bill to remove the Confederate flag from State House grounds. That was following the mass shooting at the church in Charleston that was carried out by a white supremacist in 2015. However, she has described herself as pro-life, and abortion rights organizations have already criticized her campaign today. So